So the transfer window has slammed shut, and one of the biggest questions that a lot of people are asking, and indeed have been asking throughout this transfer window, is how on earth have Liverpool managed to spend so much money during this transfer window? Surely they must be in breach of PSR and FFP. This isn't fair. This cannot be allowed to continue. But as I'm going to explain in this video, it's actually quite simple in a sense how they have managed to do this. And they'll be absolutely fine when it comes to profit and sustainability in the Premier League and also financial fair play in Europe as well. You might be surprised by that, but let me go into it, guys. Let me explain how this all works. So, Liverpool have had an incredible transfer window, to say the very least. They have spent at least £100 million on two players, Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak, transferred to the club for, in some cases, the record transfer in the history of British football, breaking it twice effectively if you count the potential add-ons for Florian Wirtz. Isak, of course, signed for £125 million, which without a doubt breaks the record that was previously set by Chelsea for Moises Caicedo. On top of that as well, they have also signed significant players in the form of Jeremy Frimpong for around £29.5 million, Milos Kerkez for around £40 million, and Giovanni Leone, he is signed for £26 million. And we cannot forget about Ugo Ekitike as well, who is signed for £69 million. Very nice indeed. That all totals up to £416 million of spending. Now, if you add the potential add-ons for some of these deals, which I will do here, that actually comes even higher. That goes all the way to almost £450 million, almost £500 million spent. But how have they done this? How have they been able to do this? Have they done some tricky accounting technique? Well, kind of. But let's have a look at the outs first of all, because Liverpool, it's been overlooked this. Liverpool have sold a lot of players for a decent amount of money. Darwin Núñez has gone over to Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia for £46 million. Luis Diaz has gone to Bayern Munich for £60 million. Even Jarrell Kwanzaa, who's a bit of a bit part player for them, he's gone to Bayer Leverkusen for £30 million. In total, their transfer sales are almost £200 million in total. And again, if you put the potential add-ons in there as well, you're talking about £220 million. That's a lot of money, but it's only around half of what they spent in terms of their transfers in. So how is this going to work? For example, in the Premier League, you're only allowed to lose an average of £35 million per season, and every 3-year period, you're only allowed to lose £105 million in total. So how have they got away with this? They have effectively got a transfer loss here of £200 million, if not even more, when these add-ons eventually do get triggered for their ins. Well, it's all about how the accounting works, you see. And I've spoke about this before when it comes to Chelsea's transfers, when it comes to PSR and how it works. See, for accounting purposes only, every transfer out, every transfer fee that you receive as a club is immediately booked as instant revenue for your club. So, for example, Jarrell Kwanzaa going for £30 million, that is immediately booked as a £30 million revenue for the club. However, it's different for transfers in. See, Alexander Isak is rumoured to be on a deal that is 6 years in total, and those 6 years mean that the £125 million fee does not come all out in one go. It comes out in 6 instalments. So in actual fact, for this season, for 2025-26, excluding wages for Isak, he's only going to cost Liverpool just north of £20 million. And if you do the maths on that, it means that all of the transfers in Liverpool have had, they only have to be on 2-year deals on average to actually break even in terms of the transfer expenditure and the actual ins as well. Obviously, a lot of these players, they will be on an average of 4, 5, 6-year deals in general. So overall, Liverpool have a lot of wiggle room in terms of transfers. And to be honest, they probably have quite a bit they're able to spend in January as well if they want. Because remember, last season, the only transfer fee that they actually paid was for Federico Chiesa, a cool £10 million from Juventus. That's it. Liverpool are one of the biggest clubs in the world. They make several hundred millions of pounds every single season in terms of television rights, in terms of merchandise sales, and also in terms of matchday revenue as well at the recently expanded Anfield. So although it seems quite drastic, Liverpool are fine. Now, something I haven't talked about is wages. Wages do, of course, play into this as well. Liverpool's wage bill will no doubt have increased this season compared to last, but again, they've got wiggle room. They've got so much room in terms of their budget to be able to do this. They are in a very envious position. In terms of the top six, there's only really Manchester City that have this kind of room in terms of financial fair play to be able to maneuver their way around the transfer market. Everybody else, Man United, Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal to an extent as well, they're quite hamstrung in terms of the actual budget they have left. They've pretty much spent all they've got at this point. Chelsea's a different case entirely. That's a basket case of a club in terms of their transfers. I can go over them if you want some time as well and explain how they are able to spend like £500 million on attacking midfielders every single summer, it seems. So yeah, I hope that was helpful for you guys. I hope that explained how Liverpool are able to do this. They are not cheating, they are not cooking the books, they are just doing general accounting methods that every single professional club in England and beyond does in terms of their finances. It's not dodgy, it's just the rules. Should the rules change around PSR? Absolutely, I wholeheartedly believe that, but as the rules are right now, Liverpool aren't doing anything wrong in my opinion. But get your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Have Liverpool bought the Premier League? I've seen that sentiment loads from particularly Chelsea fans. They seem really wound up about all this. Oh, they've bought the league. Do you not remember the days of Roman Abramovich? You've only been supporting the club for 2 years. Anyway, see you soon, guys. Have a great day wherever in the world today, and we'll see you very soon.